So I first met Michelle when I worked here at the NAB about 15 years ago, and she was my very first friend here in Melbourne and a colleague of mine at the NAB. And then subsequent to that, we've had different careers and gone off and done different things. And then most recently, and we've kept in touch. She's been at my wedding, she's been at the christening of my children, and so she's a friend, first and foremost. But over the last few years, she's also, I've worked with her as a client as well. So, and she's helped me on a range of fronts personally and with teams. I always say I've got a bucket list professionally of things that I was, always think, I'd love to do or I should do. And so I started life as a lawyer, and so going to Harvard was always on my list. Writing a book was on my list. Going out and doing my own business was on my list. I haven't done any of those. But Michelle, she's been to Harvard. She's written a book. She's, made the leap to go out on her own and run a business. And so as I work in a corporate sense and as a professional person in business, I look for other women who can inspire me and maybe have done things that I haven't. And Michelle's, so I always look up to her, and she's someone who I really admire. I think for me, Michelle is, she just is a great sounding board. And when I doubt myself, or I doubt something I'm doing, or I doubt my ability, or I've just got an issue that I'm, not quite sure how to tackle, she's like the first person I just ring up. And, she'll always have, a couple of things that Michelle does really well. She will, she listens really well, so she lets me just kind of vent out my, whatever it is I've got. And then she'll have a great, piece of advice or a word of encouragement or a person I can talk to. She just gives me good, wise counsel. And, and that's just as a woman in business. And, I sit on an executive team with, 7 men. And, it's good to have another female you can just trust and rely on to give you great advice and, back you up. And Michelle's just, she's amazing. Michelle's, she's really, been someone who's pushed me to do things that perhaps I didn't think I could do, or, I just needed someone to, give me a bit of encouragement. And she will always give me the reasons why I should do something rather than why I shouldn't. She puts me in touch with other great women. So she just, she's made me, feel confident to take on opportunities that maybe I wouldn't have otherwise. Working with Michelle's, fantastic, because she is, first and foremost, really professional at what she does. She's very skilled, and depending on what type of work we're doing, either me, coaching me individually as a, to be better at me personally, or working with my team, she just brings a whole range of skills that, we use in different situations. She does that, with no ego. She's just, does it for all the right reasons. She's my team in New Zealand, she came over to work with us, and perhaps they were a bit sceptical in the beginning. I have a team of mostly men reporting to me, and yet at the end of Michelle having a kind of a half day working with us, they were just all saying, when can she come back? She worked with us again. She was able to call them out on really interesting things that perhaps I couldn't. And so she adds a different dimension to something I could do. So if you want to be the best version of yourself and improving, how you do and how you show up, Michelle can work with you individually to help you with that. If you want to work with her in terms of getting the best out of your teams, work with her to do that. She's just brings a whole raft of skills and experience that you probably don't get in many people. So I'd strongly encourage people to work with her.